Every day nzula kumera tipondo, nzula kumera tipondo, yo kumera tipondo.
Hi there, I am Ndivhuvhona and I'm 21 years of age. I was born and raised in Venda in a small village called Romondo, Ndivhuvhona Ndou, just a few kilometers away from Natho Wings of Care. And I'm self-employed. I'm a young entrepreneur. I'm the founder of this company that you see right now, Natho Wings of Care. So that's who I am. Natho Wings of Care is a company that renders household services. So we rent out nannies, babysitters, housekeepers, elderly caregivers, and also gardeners. And to add into that, we also rent out personal professional chefs. And, our target market is mainly families or household who are in need of such services that I've mentioned. We attract our customers through our own marketing tools, of which we use social media platforms. We've got our own social media pages, and we also ask for referrals from people, and we also do ending of out of flyers and posters. It could be door to door, or we go to street corners. So if you're in need of such services that I've mentioned, with a company that you can keep in touch with. Our business is unique because we are different from agencies. Unlike agencies, let's say if you need a nanny for your kids or a housekeeper for your family, you're only gonna give them a description, let me say a language preference, age preference, and state when the person can start to work, and they are gonna revert back to their system or database which they use, and find the person who meets the requirements that you've given them, and they're gonna place the person, and then you're gonna pay off. You're gonna pay the once-off administration fee, and I must say there are dangers into that. So what we do differently, Rena, as Natho Wings of Care, is that we recruit people, a group of people, according to experiences, and then we conduct interviews. And then after interviews, if they are successful, we do certain checks on them, such as reference checks, background checks, and we also do a police check, just to make sure that they are clean in the book of law. And after that, we take them for training, special training. It could be basic ethic for nannies or housekeepers, and also gardeners as well. And after the training, we get them to be contracted to us. We offer them a contract, and then they get to be our employees. And after that, if a client calls, let's say if unyaka a nanny or a housekeeper for their family, then we go back to our own database and check the person who made the criteria that the client has given us, and we get to place the person. And what we do also is that we also offer the client a contract, so just to make sure that we work according to book. The biggest challenge was when we were starting. It was difficult for us to acquire the first client. I don't know what was wrong at that time because the marketing was right. We would receive calls from clients, from different provinces, but we couldn't close. So what we did is that we went back to the drawing board and singled out the mistakes that we were doing when it comes to closing. So that's how we overcome that challenge. Another challenge when we were starting was finances. We didn't really have enough money. So what we did with my business partners is that we took money from our own personal accounts and then invest in business in order to sustain the business and help the business grow. So along the road, we did receive a lot of calls from clients, and then we started making like a bit of profit. So what we did and what we're still doing even now is that we don't use the profit for personal use, and we use the profit to sustain the business and to help the business grow. The third challenge was that we were not making enough money. Reason being because it was because we were undercharging. I think we were undercharging because we were still desperate for business. So when you get to be desperate for business, you will end up undercharging. So that was another challenge. So we just aligned ourselves and projected our business and said we are offering something which is unique. We are solving problems in the marketplace, so there's no need for us to undercharge. We have to charge accordingly. The fourth challenge is we were not getting enough clients at first. It was because we didn't really have enough exposure. So what we did is that we told ourselves that we need to work hard, we need to market the business. So we set up social media platforms, and then after that we also did handing out of flyers and posters, so we started getting clients. The fifth challenge is that we were dealing with a lot of clients who are not pre-motivated. So when you deal with a client who's not really, who doesn't really understand the culture of your business and how you do things, that they end up giving you problems. So that was one of the challenges that we encountered. So what we did is that when we sit up with clients, we first engage and then see if the person understands the culture and the process of how we do things. The most requested service in our business are nannies and also housekeepers. And I think it's because it's much more convenient for a client, and it's not time consuming, and it's much more safer, unlike when you have to get someone off the streets. So people prefer our process and how we do things, because we do all those checks, reference checks, background checks, and also police checks, and we also offer them training. So I think that's why people are reacting well to our services. Yes, there are measures that we take that protects both the client and also our service providers. So what we do is that if you are a client and then you want to rent out an elderly caregiver from us, or let's say a nanny, we get to offer you a contract, and then we work according to the contract, so you get to be protected. And also if you want to work for us, let's say if you want to be our nanny or also our babysitter, we also offer you a contract, so we get to protect you, and everything that gets to be done at the workplace or at the house of the client, it has to be on the contract. So we work according to the contract. We want to protect both parties. Reason being, there are a lot of things that, or let me say unfair treatment, which has been ongoing from the clients to nannies and also housekeepers to say. So we want to protect them, and we also want to protect the clients as well, because there are things that housekeepers and nannies get to do at the workplace of which are unethical. So we want to eliminate that cloud of unfair treatment towards both parties, so we get to protect them with a contract. So the ABC steps into our business is that first of all we did a research, and then to find out that there is a need in the marketplace for a business like this. It is going to be solving a lot of problems. And then after that, what we did is that we registered with CIPC, and after registering the business, we buy a domain name, and then we set up a website, and then we started working from then. And then we also managed to get an office space, and we started operating like any other normal business. You can find us on Facebook. We've got a Facebook page. It's Natho Wings of Care, and we're also on Instagram as Natho_Wings of Care. And then you can also contact our counter help desk at 064-912-4605, and also our alternative number is 015-1010-673. And you can also find me as well on Instagram at JB_Ndivhuvhona Ndou, and also on Twitter as Ndivhuvhona Ndou. And you can also get hold of me on WhatsApp. It's 071 012 8834.
Baby, say I do. Ke re go tšhomo batamela tla kwa ka megolokwane nkgata ere gape go nyala senokwane dibele miller tibile ka 1010 tlolona replace the jerko di chele penten. Yes, re tlo amogela ngwetši smile ka mo botlhe re thage leloko le tlhakane re